My name is Jenica Atwin. I am a Member of Parliament for Fredericton in New Brunswick, and I'm a member with the Liberal Party. So this is a question I'm asked all the time. The reason I ran for political office is because I really wanted to help my community. I'm a mom. I've got 2 little boys, and really it was after having my second child, being on maternity leave as well, you've got that time to really think about life and kind of contemplate things. And I couldn't look at them and not do more as far as climate change, Indigenous reconciliation, mental health awareness. Those are kind of my top priorities. So I thought, let's take the plunge and give it a try. So my proudest accomplishment during my time as an NP was really passing S219. So it was a Senate bill that came to the House to establish a National Ribbon Skirt Day for January 4th of every year. It came out of a story from Saskatchewan. A young lady, 10 years old, Isabella Kulak. She was made fun of for wearing a ribbon skirt on a formal day. And it turned into this incredible movement about celebrating Indigenous women in a really positive light, celebrating culture, identity. And so to be a part of that was really incredible. And for me, it also goes towards supporting the issue around missing and murdered Indigenous women. So it's something that's really near and dear to my heart, and certainly a proud accomplishment. What motivates me to go to work every day is the people. I really love people. I think anyone who's in this role, that should be kind of the way you explain your work, because it really is a labor of love. And it's tough. There's long days, so you got to have that motivation. And for me, it's our community members. It's the children that I used to teach. That's my background as well as an educator. So it's really just about a brighter future. So something I learned about politics only after becoming an MP is just really how much work goes on behind the scenes. I'm really grateful for this opportunity because I try to bring that message back home, as in we're in good hands. You know, there's so many incredibly dedicated people who are here for the right reasons, who are working on these really complex issues, in some cases for the first time. I think we're really confronting some difficult, challenging conversations in Canada, and I'm so proud of my colleagues. I'm proud of the public service. So it's been amazing to see that, because when you're on the outside, you're getting a certain perspective. You don't really know what might be happening behind the scenes, and there really is just there's so much going on. So yeah, I feel great to be able to kind of pull back the curtain and then again bring that message home. You know, that there's a lot of great people doing some great things. So the biggest challenges I think for democracy today is really trust. You know, having faith in our institutions, having faith in those who are doing the work behind the scenes, who are doing even the work, up front as well. So having that trust is paramount. And I think that's why, again, centering people in this work is critically important. Building those relationships, building bridges. We don't always agree on things, in Canadian society, and we can't always agree. We get good policy by having negotiations and give and take. And so I think that's the real work of democracy is being able to have those conversations, but being able to communicate that to the broader audience, to the broader society. Because if not, if you have that breakdown and people are not feeling that trust. So accurate information is a big piece of that, but it's really just about being willing to go and have those tough conversations and to pass over those bridges. Sometimes we put those walls up. So I think the more that we're here, with the intent of being open and transparent, that's only going to improve our democracy. What gives me hope for the next generation is the next generation. I mentioned that my background is in education and working with youth, and that's where I find just so much inspiration. The activism, the knowledge, it's incredible. I know every time I visit a school or a university classroom that they fill me up. My cup gets filled up. I get to take that energy with me, and I feel like we are in such good hands for when they're the ones who are in these seats, the ones that are voting in the House of Commons and having these conversations. So I just think that, again, as tough as these times might feel right now, this is the work of progress. And the more difficult it is, I think it means the more we're overcoming these challenges. And so really it's the youth. They so inspire me. If I could share advice with my 16-year-old self, it would be to believe in yourself, because so much of this is about taking a leap of faith. And you really have to trust in your abilities, to trust in the reason you got involved to begin with, to keep yourself grounded and focused. And so I think sometimes we just need to really uplift ourselves and realize we have that agency, that we can make a change, we can make a difference. And so really just, to believe in myself and hang in there.